Hello and welcome to Kritfayle, and today I have something special. It is a Kickstarter. It's actually my first Kickstarter to arrive, to be fulfilled. Everything I ordered should be in this box. There should be no more to come. And unless they're trolling us and this is just a big empty box for, laughs and giggles. This is Reaper Miniatures Bones 3, and there is a smeg load of little minis in this box, and I didn't order anywhere near everything, and I know there are some people that did, who also did Bones 2 and Bones 1. They will have miniatures to paint into their next lifetime. So it turned up today. I haven't opened it yet, and just waiting to see what it is. So I am excited. The thing with Kickstarters like this is there's a lot of bonus miniatures. You have to choose the base set. When you look at it, you've really got to be happy with the base set, because you've really got to look at the base set. And if you're not happy with the base set, I'm not sure if you should jump in. Unless you're going to buy some add-ons and stuff like that, then maybe. Because you keep hitting stretch goals and they give you a lot of stuff for free, and that is awesome. I'm not complaining about that, but you don't know what that free stuff's going to be. So you sort of have to be just cool with, if you like the base set, then jump in, because everything's going to become, get added to it. You're not going to know what it is, but hopefully, you'll dig it. The first cut is the deepest. This box is bigger than I thought it would be, so is it 95% bubble wrap? Okay, there is a layer on top. There is my number, pulled by Ty. Thank you, Ty. Sound a bit dirty. Okay, there is. I will take proper pics of these. So we have mouselings, Crusaders, oh, here's one of the dragons, Kyra and Lavarath. How to prep and paint your bones. Very colourful, some good ideas here. Just a little handout. That might be the Sophie. There's no sticker on. I think that one's the Sophie, which is their specialised character. Holy crap, that's bigger than I thought it would be. This is the Titans of the Tide. This was one of the things I bought as an add-on, and I loved them. There's a coral and a shipwreck golem, and this is such a great idea. This is fantastic. Such an imaginative and cool thing. The shipwreck one's what I wanted, but the coral golem is also great. If you're doing a pirate campaign or something like that, and you didn't want to use mud or stone golems, shipwreck golem, what an idea. Black Star Corsairs. They look plastic, not the regular white bones material. Oh, crap load of bases in a Ziploc. Some people say that we don't get them in nice packaging, but honestly, I don't care. It's not really about that, is it? This is the Mystic Circle, which is basically Stonehenge. I got that. It was pretty cheap for what it was. No idea what I was going to do with it, but I thought, why the hell not? This is one of the dragons. There's no name on it. Might be Mathrangle or something like that he is. pretty deadly. This is a bunch of Onis and Chicky figures. They're quite interesting. There is the second dragon. One of these is my brother's. One of those is mine. Here is the core set. How long it looks like with a list of what's coming out. So that one does come in a nice little box. And they are jam-packed. They're just broken up into different little baggies. Some of the weapon sets, a couple of different, not quite sure what I'm going to use with these yet, but there you go. More weapon sets. Whole bunch of different figs, different style of figs. And this massively heavy box, which is impressively heavy. Is a dragon, their biggest to date. So I will now sign off from this, open these up and start taking some pictures so that we can see what's actually inside all these baggies. So thank you for joining me and let's have a closer look. Okay, general thoughts. Bones are still, I think, the best tabletop gaming miniatures that you can find. They, even outside of this Kickstarter, they are cheap, they have good detail most of the time. There are a few that sometimes I am disappointed with. The Bones Drago Voss is nowhere near as nice as the metal version. It's not just the material, they lowered the detail. The same thing, I mean you won't be able to see it greatly, but this is one of their ranges. This is an invisible one, but the normal one does not have the same detail as the metal one. In the leg area it becomes all one piece here. On the metal one there is a lot of extra detail. That sometimes happens on the Bones. The Bones also suffer pretty consistently from bendy axes, bendy weapons and things like that. You can fix it with hot water and they do generally fix very, very well. That sword, when it came out, was completely bendy and now it's pretty straight. That was using the hot water method. But it would be nice not to be having to do that all the time. I feel that some of the material this time round is thicker. Or if not thicker, it's certainly stronger. It doesn't feel quite so soft. A lot of the Bones in the past have this soft sort of feel to it, but these feel quite strong. They still have that bendy effect on the thinner pieces, but the actual main piece feels a lot stronger than in the past. Am I happy with the overall amount of what we got and what we paid? Yeah, I think it's a great addition for as I play Pathfinder and D&D. This is a lot of things that you don't know you're going to need when you go to GM something. A variety of different sort of miniatures and a lot of different sort of creatures and that. There's heroes, there's villains, there's monsters. I got 3 dragons in this one. So it's, yeah, I think it's good. I think it's worth doing the Kickstarter, and the more people that do it, the more free stuff you get, because the more points they hit, you know, the more goals they reach, then they add stuff. So yeah, it's definitely cool. There's a few things I didn't get that I wanted, but I mean, as it is, there's a bunch of stuff here, and they will come out. And even at full retail, they're not that expensive. I don't remember this happening before, but a few of the new ones have to be assembled. It's only a little. This has each of these just has an arm to be glued in, but I haven't seen that before. So these are all orcs. So I don't know if that was to give better detail by making it a separate piece or something like that. But there's a few, not many, but there's a few that require some assembly this time around. Other than the big ones and the dragons, that always needed assembly. But I didn't see that as much on these smaller ones. But there's a few this time around that need some assembly. And this time around, these are all the Wizard of Oz ones, but they're not the only ones. The Dark Crusaders also are in this grey plastic. I don't know if they are separate, if it's a separate material, which is why they're grey, or anything different like that. I have to say though, Scarecrow is incredible. The detail is spectacular. He has nothing bendy on him. If this is a different material, I wish they would have made the whole lot out of this. If it's not, and it's just coloured, then for some reason these particular figures took the process really well.